Welcome to another exciting episode of the Settlers of Catan League. Let's get this off the bat. Yes, I got a haircut, and I do not know what happened. I think that they just decided to have fun with me. They saw me come in, and they're like, let's make this kid look like a Cabbage Patch doll. And so now I'm rocking the patch head. And but exciting news, Pranay, there is another person watching. We officially have 2 people watching now. And what can I say? We're viral. We did it. Acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind. Anywho, let's get to this. We got league matches today and we got a special treat. So we got 1 league match and we've got our first cup match, the Settler Martin Cup, where that's everybody. First division, second division take place in 1 giant knockout round. If it goes to extra time, it's a golden goal. After that, penalties, but we'll get to that. That will be our next match. But our first match here is going to be Pinkston versus Fort Haven. We've got the first place team against the third place team. So this should be a good match on paper. But sometimes things in life do not work out on paper. Just like everything I do. Anywho. Here we go. All right, let's review these lineups. So for Pinkston, we got a familiar, one of the few real people. We got Bohan, who has got a few goals, but let's all be real here. Willie Santojohn, he's the man. He's the man that if Pinkston wins, he will lead them to victory. And, you know, we got some other interesting players that we need to scout here for the national team. Over on Fort Haven's side, Jackson Donicon, he is the national team goalkeeper. So let's see how he does. We've got a lot of familiar faces here, and Tristan Seeker, and okay, I guess that's the only familiar face, but they have other potential players like Zanker and Aristotle and Willow Freedropper. So let's get to this. Let's kick this off and let us play our first match of this episode. Pinkston versus Fort Haven. Let it begin. Okay, nothing happens. Nothing happens there. Oh, and a cat decided to make a run for it. Okay, here we go. Corner kick. Tristan Seeker seeks a fool, and that's a penalty. It is a penalty on Jorge Mere. Pretty good signing for Pinkston, but let's see who's going to take this here. Bad start for Pinkston. Tristan Seeker, and it's saved by Herrera. Oh no, Tristan. What happened to bend it like Seeker? Well, he'll try again on this corner kick here, but I have a feeling it's not going to go in. He's definitely, you know, that sucks. That's not good, but he's definitely one of their better players. So, you know, he'll always probably have a place on the Catan side. It would probably take a big dip in form for him to not make it. All right, here we go. Pinkston with an attack of themselves. Vance Trekker dribbles down to the right. Gives it to Willie Santojohn, who finds Bartolomeo. Bartolomeo cuts to the middle. He passes it back to Lima. Lima gives it back to Bartolomeo Pavon, then shoots it and almost is able to get it in that top right corner. What is going on over there? The cats are going crazy. All right, Willie Santojohn curls in a corner, and it goes to nowhere, but a Fort Haven player. Now Fort Haven are on the counter. Willow Freedropper. Willow Freedropper is desperately trying to find someone. He finds Herrera, and Hector Herrera with the goal for I don't even remember the names of these teams. For Fort Haven, as a great counterattack after a bad corner from Willie Santojohn. It's because the Moon Man is in the stands. They're all nervous. They know that the national team coach is in here at the arena, and you know, it's like just take a deep breath and stop being so shitty. That's what I wish I could pay someone to just come into my life and yell that at me. So only 1 shot for Pinkston. Wow, and they are home. They are getting worked right now. But here we go. Here's a chance. They steal the ball at midfield. Great place to get it back. Pavon gives it back to Lima. Lima gives it to Willie Santojohn. Willie Santojohn tries a curler that hits the post. And, oh, here we go. Fort Haven clearly dangerous on the counter. Aitman dribbles through Pinkston players, uncontested, but Willie Santojohn gets back after taking that shot to contribute on defense. See, that's why I have him on the national side. He's a workhorse. Let's look at the table here. Pinkston right now losing. That puts them at 3rd place, and Fort Haven jumps up ahead of them. Tristan Seeker with the free kick. Wow, unmarked. Missed that. Again. Oh, here we go. Free kick. Willie Santojon. Oh my God. Jackson Donicon. That is why he is the keeper of the national team. So Pinkston's starting to pick it back up here. We're about to get to halftime, but they're clearly, you know, they're fighting. They're fighting hard here to get back into this game. Okay, Fort Haven gets the first highlight here, and Aitman just smashed it into that Pinkston player's face. That was very mean of him. I'm sure that hurt. They should have diving in Football Manager. They should have the guys that just like stay down for 5 minutes, like rolling around in pain. Okay, here we go. Oh, counterattack opportunity for Pinkston. Pavon dribbles around their number 10. Gives it to Lima. Lima finds Willie Santojon. They always try to find Willie Santojon. Willie Santojon finds a wide open Pavon who misses a one-on-one opportunity with Jackson Donicon. Jackson Donicon, in my opinion, is having a stellar performance here. All right, Willie Santojon. Ooh, Unitaria hits the post. Pinkston clearly did not make enough sacrifices to the gods today, as they are just really finding themselves a bit unlucky here in the last few opportunities they've had. Lima attempts to find, but Zanker heads it, and it finds Aitman instead, and Aitman crosses it in, and Aristotle, the great philosopher, he had an idea, and that was to score a goal, and he did it. Beautiful cross from Aitman. But look at this great interception there from the right back, Zanker. I'm definitely going to add him to the national pool. And Aitman just put in a beautiful early cross that Aristotle just volleyed with his left foot. I mean, the dude's just showing off at this point. All right, let's get Zanker. I want to put in Zanker into the national pool. Good, because that was a really good interception. I mean, I should base it off a lot more than just a good interception, but. So a bit of a surprise here. Pinkston losing the Fort Haven, but it was an even match. Both of them, I think, it looks like if it ends this way, Fort Haven will now be in second place. And it looks like Mute City, ooh, good shot. Mute City is now in first. So we'll have to check out the highlights for their game to see exactly what's so good about Mute City. Okay, Fort Haven looking to add more salt to the wound here. Jackson Donicon. Oh, yes, finds Aristotle, who then finds Willow free dropper, and he attempts to chip it over, but that was practice for Herrera to save there, routine save. And looks like this one is going to end right here. Pinkston puts it to Bohan, and Bohan heads it over. And that is why you are a journeyman, sir. End of game in a match that, even on possession, but Fort Haven clearly had the key to success in this one. 2-0. And let's check out a few highlights. Let's see what happened in the other matches. So let's look at Mute City here. Let's watch what happened here. It looks like Merliton's Foundamar, who I want to put on the national team, but he has really low determination, and that kind of scares me away. But let's see his goal here. Emre with the ball. He passes it to Foundamar. Foundamar just kind of places a very nice little shot there to get the goal. Okay, I'm just going to continue this. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, we are back. Let's check out a couple of these highlights here. First, Pernay, we always got to do our Sommer to see what happened with your team. So let's check it out. Sommer versus Red City, two teams fighting for the playoffs. Even though I already know the score because I'm looking at it right in front of my face, but let's pretend like we don't know. Okay, so first Red City with the ball. He gives it to Jackal S. Jackal S gives it to Axelrod. Axelrod passes it into Lopez, and Lopez put that in, but on a penalty kick, Severe Ballage saves the day for Sommer and saves them a point. All right, let's look at Big Blue destroying Cinder. Big Blue, one of the top teams playing Cinder, an aspiring playoff team. Let's see what happened here. Okay, I got a cat. The cat wants to come on my lap. All right, it's cat episode, the cat-isode. Okay, here we go. Let's see this destruction here from Big Blue. Let's see if any players stick out. Thomas Party, he is not Catanian unless we force him to be. Terremoto, he is, and he got a hat trick this game. Let's see how sexy his goals were. Cornelius Hawk puts in a great ball to Terremoto, and Terremoto just, it wasn't even an issue for him. Big Blue just please stop. They're already dead. Luan with a goal. And it continues. They are not taking their foot off the gas pedal, and it is a goal for Terremoto. And Big Blue is the team we're going to be watching in the Cup match, so I'm kind of glad we're checking out their highlights here. Let's look at one more game. As you can tell, I'll let you scan, see if you see anything interesting in these scores. I see East Scale won, New Mexico got a good victory over last place X. But I want to look at Villa versus Banton, because these are going to be two teams that could meet in the playoffs at the end of the season. So let's check this out. Villa ended up getting the win. Both of these teams have really good players, potential players for the national side. So let's check this out. Let's see what happened to Banton. Poor Banton here, losing away from home. And Lescano, who's been killing it for Villa, really a great signing for them. And Faust Atticus, he's got an opportunity to cross his in here, got deflected back, and Mateos Anjos was able to finish that off for his team. Banton was able to get back into it for a quick second here. Enter Valencia, and he got a beautiful finesse shot into the left. But no, Villa ended up putting the nail in the coffin with this beautiful cross from Figueroa Minta, and then Lescano with a brace gets his second goal of the game. Okay, so let us get to this Open Cup match, or I don't know, it's called the Settler Martin Cup. But let's get to it. I'll be right back. So we are here at the Settler Martin Cup. I just wanted to go over some of the rules here. So it's so you got every team. A lot of the teams are on a bye for this first round. It's all random. So the teams that got the bye are lucky. There's 40 teams involved. Really? There's 40 teams? Or no, the first round is 40 teams. And yeah, like I said, golden goal for if it goes into extra time, penalty after that. And our first match here, so we got a lot. There's a few first division teams playing second division teams, but the one we're going to be looking at is Big Blue versus Arlen, because they are teams killing it in the Settlers of Catan League, I believe. Let us go up and check that real quick. Yeah, we got Big Blue in fourth, and Arlen, who started off the season on fire, winning their first 5 games, have fallen to 6th place. So they need momentum back on their side. So let's get to this. Let's see our first cup match of Big Blue versus Arlen. This is a giant knockout tournament that won't end until the end of April. As we can see, Big Blue. So Big Blue is going a little bit risky here. They are resting their top player in Jimmy Araz. So I'm sad that we won't get to see him, but they're giving a chance to some of their other players like Cyrus Despacio. And then Arlen, we got our usual folks. We got David Kalaiki Ali'i, and yes, so let's check this out. Oh, and of course, Hans Lizardman. He's the greatest lizardman of all the lizard people. Let's play this thing. Big Blue versus Arlen in a cup match. Big Blue will be home. Let's check out those fans. I want to see those Big Blue fans. Who are the man? Oh, every time I want to see who the manager is, the game just is like, no. Okay, so. I need like a good little soundtrack to put under here. So sometimes I'm just like, what do I do with my hands? Okay, here we go. First highlight for Big Blues. Cyrus Despacio gets it to Zaracho. Cavalier Consuelo out on the left, who crosses it in, and Luan narrowly heads it wide of the goal. Dominating start for Big Blue here. Looks like someone got injured. Ogenyi Anazi. Not exactly sure which team. And I don't care. Okay, still Big Blue all over this one. 7 shots, but we've only gotten 1 highlight so far. So I guess the shots all sucked that they've been getting. Oh no, David Kalaiki Ali'i got injured. So Arlen will have to put in a new striker. Here we go, one last highlight before halftime for Big Blue. I have a strong feeling they're going to get this goal. They're Big Blue. Even though they don't have Jimmy Araz playing, they are still a monster team in Cyrus Despacio desperately. He's been kind of on the fringes of that team, so he wants to make a name for himself and start getting more starts, or else he'll be wanting to leave. Halftime here. Okay, well, Arlen will start off with the ball here, even though it will amount to nothing. And let's see what happens. We can see we got a lot of other scores happening. I'm not going to pay attention to this crazy mess down here. Let's focus on this game. A couple injuries for Arlen. They are getting hit by the injury bug, but they got Jellyman now as Philberth Jellyman as their striker. Yes, my naming for the win. And still, there's only been 2 highlights this match, and it looks like we're going into extra time unless right now Big Blue have something to say about it. Or maybe Arlen. Jamie Coastline puts it up there. He tried to find Polemico Terremoto, and he could not. Cavalier Consuelo finds Terremoto. Double Leonard with a chance to curl it. And Hans Lizardman. Snaps for Hans. Snaps for Hans. We need to get him on the national team, because he's just so cool. You know, I just imagine you hang out with him and you come out with a whole different perspective on life. Looks like Big Blue has turned into a 4-2-3-1, while in the meantime Arlen's got two deep defensive midfielders with some side midfield. We're in extra time. All right, remember at this point, golden goal. If nobody scores, then it will go to penalties, which is looking very likely. I think Arlen is very much hoping that they can survive. They have another injury. Philberth Jellyman, the striker that replaced their starting striker, is out hurt. And let's see, we're in halftime of extra time. Only 6 shots for Arlen, 20 for Big Blue. And it's looking like penalties here. Unless, here we go, maybe one last chance for Big Blue. No, Arlen's got the ball. Oh my gosh, I thought that was going to be an own goal. That would have been the funniest golden goal in the history of golden goals. Okay, all right, it's as simple as that. Penalties. Can we do it? Can we see one last? No, what the hell was that? This is a big problem in Football Manager 2019. A lot of players will just head it like that for no reason. So like, try to control the ball or head it in front of yourself. That they really need to fix. Oh, here we go, Cornelius Hawk. Oh, Big Blue just will feel very frustrated that they were not able to win this game in regular time. Can we just go to penalties? Wow, what, this ref is bought off. Okay, here we go. All right, penalties. Our first penalty shootout here in the Settlers of Catan League, or in these videos. Joseph Gribble puts one in first for Arlen. Oh man, here we go. Let's see, Ivan Dundich. Ivan Dundich gets it. This is imagine if I were a fan, if I were this guy in the stands here, I'd be shitting a brick right now. Yailun gets a goal. Keepers have no answers. We got Kama Mustafa in now for Big Blue. He's going to give it a shot. He's hits the post. Hits the post. And right now Arlen are in dreamland because they get another penalty. They have the advantage. They should not be winning this. They might sneak through here because of penalties. Here we go. Double Leonard. Double Leonard gets a goal and keeps Big Blue alive, but they desperately need their keeper to make a save here. Here we go. I do not know how to say that name, but he sends the keeper the wrong way. Maile. I'm sorry that I'm butchering this. Cavalier Consuelo comes in for the next penalty. He is a Catan, or the left back for the Catan National side. I don't know why they showed everybody just walk there. It's like skip to when they're already in goal. Here we go. Hans Lizardman had his hands on it. I believe that would have been over if he was able to save that. But Arlen now have the chance to finish them off here. Gilliam with the chance. He comes up. He's thinking about his life and he's thinking about the things he wish he did differently, but he's trying to stay in the present. He's trying to put his team into the next round of the Settler Martin Cup, and he doesn't do it. He doesn't do it. Big Blue with the save, and they are back in this. All right, here we go, Luan. What are we doing on time here? I gotta make sure I'm not doing... Okay, it's not too bad. 20 minutes in. Let's see. Okay, Luan. This is a big moment. I'm sure he's nervous, and he shoots it, and he smashes it past, and it's back on. All right, sudden death now. We've gone past the first 5 penalty takers. We're getting into the guys that were too shy to do it. But they start off well, Arlen, giving them the advantage. Here we go, Melbourne Silvertail, another recent Catanian national team member. Can someone just win this for the sake of all that is good and great in the world? Somebody just win the damn game. Impression number 2. Silvertail with a penalty, and he does it. Okay, let's do it. Cat has left me. He doesn't like me talking so much. Executor with a chance, and he gets it past. And, you know, we might be here a while. You know, they might just go through 2 cycles of this. It's been a pretty epic penalty shootout, I guess, from a neutral perspective. From my perspective, I'm like, just do it already. Just beat them. Okay, Thomas Partey is one of the high-profile players from Europe, that big blue sign, and he gets the penalty. Wiedihum, Mike van der Hoorn, the keeper. These keepers. Nothing. So we got Hans Lizardman, and I'm sure he's getting fatigued. He probably wants to take his penalty already. These fans they're nervous. These big blue fans here in the stands are nervous. And we got Cornelius Hook in for... Oh, what? It was saved, but it ricocheted off his hands. It looked like it hit the post and bounced into the back of the net. And oh my gosh, it's still going. Well, these guys are at the bottom of the barrel in terms of penalty takers. These are now defenders. These are guys that really didn't want to take penalties. They were like, I would rather get a root canal, I'd rather have a kidney stone than take this damn penalty right now. And we got Jamie Coastline, the left back for Big Blue. He's going to get, or right back. Oh, beautiful penalty. Completely sent Hans. Oh, here we go. Hans Lizardman. He's taking the penalty. We're at keepers now. And that's a goal. Hans Lizardman. Somebody get that guy up front. He's a striker, secretly playing as a keeper. What are these cats doing over here? They are freaking out. It's not a cat party, guys. This is serious work over here. Okay, here we go. So right after Hans Lizardman just made the shot, he now has to go. He's got momentum. He's got nothing. Oh my gosh, this is still going. Somebody needs to take control of this penalty shootout. Joseph Gribble, we're back now at the top of the penalty shootout. We are on the second round of penalties. You gotta be kidding me. Or I guess we are almost there. Because I think Ireland had one less man because of all the injuries. But here we go. The Ireland keeper, or the Big Blue keeper, they are now taking their shot. And it is saved by Hans Lizardman. And that's game over. The massacre is over. And Ireland sneaks away with a win against Big Blue. A match in which they were dominated, but thanks to a strong organized, that's the new word from now on, organized defense, Ireland got the win. Okay, so that ended up going, as you can tell here, some crazy ones. Beach of Pigs beat my team. I mean, my team's first division, they're second division, so I'm pissed. But yeah, good episode. We got to see a league match, we got to see a cup match. More league matches coming up in the next episode. Thank you for everyone who watched, and until the next time, Settlers of Catan.